Spencer Pratt is going to get the Donald Trump treatment, and we can already see it happening. But y'all might want to start praying for him, because it's only a matter of time before that man's life is on the line. I told y'all on my last page that California is a Democratic stronghold. Therefore, it is a demonic stronghold. And the two places that I mentioned were some of the biggest strongholds was San Francisco and Los Angeles. I also told y'all in one of my videos that
I asked my fellow Angelinos why Karen Bass still in office. How much more of their destructive decision-making masquerading as leadership are we going to tolerate?
And when your messages are so hateful, or when you demonize people, then you do provoke people who are unstable, and you can jeopardize people's safety.
Now, you know, this, I'm glad we're not showing it, because it stunned me.
Wow, Spencer Pratt has to live in that trailer because his house burned down.
I do, sir.
But
that is my house.
But for the last month and a half, you've been at the Bel Air Hotel.
I haven't been at the Bel Air Hotel for more than 6 days in the last month. This is all public on my dates.
But that's where you've been staying. I know you may not have actually been in it.
No, I've been in Santa Barbara, where the LA Times reported where I lived and doxed me. That is where I live, period. This is LA Times. This isn't breaking news. Even when the Airstream ad came out, the LA Times cover story is saying, no, Spencer Pratt lives in Santa Barbara. And I said, yes, thank you for doxing me. I tried to sue the LA Times for saying where I actually live.
But but are you saying you live in that trailer?
I don't live anywhere, is what I'm saying. I don't have a house. They burned it down, Harvey. I don't have a house. This is my house. This is my property. There's nothing there, Harvey. It's dirt lot. I had to have it craned in.
Yes. Cackling the View is now melting down about Spencer Pratt. If you take a look at this, LA Mayor Karim Bass claims Spencer viral campaign ads are taking a V10. When your messages are so hateful, or when you demonize people, then you do provoke people who are unstable, and you can jeopardize people's safety. The ads have been inventive, effective, and widely popular, and this is the best counter that Bass can muster. This lady never saw this coming. Yeah. If you look through that ad, I don't see something there to be... These are just things that are happening that this man is calling out, common sense. But this lady is getting angry because of this ad. That should signal something to you. It is effective. Yeah. Since when this lady started caring about violence? Since when?
I just saw TMZ where Spencer Pratt was being pressed for saying, "This is where I live," with an Airstream behind him. His house was taken away from him. That is his primary residence. And whether you're staying in a friend's house or a hotel, I have stayed in hotel suites that still are transactional, check in, check out, someone's knocking on the door, the phone's always ringing. It's not a home. A hotel, no matter how nice, is not a home, and his home was taken away from him like many other people in Los Angeles. So I don't even understand that line of questioning. Gives a shit what's behind him. It's not his house.
But I also think it's a very real thing that we should take seriously and we need to grapple with, and we need to offer it an honest response, a response that's rooted in actually solving these problems. Otherwise, people will turn to fascism, to mini Trump, which is who I think Spencer Pratt really represents.
So sensible people are going to hear that and think, okay, that's a completely insane thing to say. And Spencer Pratt obviously does not meet the definition of that word. But there are going to be people who listen to Nithya Raman and they're like, yeah, Spencer Pratt is a fascist. He wants to clean up our streets. He doesn't want addicts pooping all over the place. He wants moms and children to be able to walk to and from school and to and from their jobs without getting stepped. Evil dictator. So, for those of you who believe the garbage that Nithya Raman is spewing, explain to me, like I'm vaccinated, how Spencer Pratt meets the definition of a fascist. Go ahead.
But what's worrying me now is that his social media is now taking on a violent turn. And that worries me, because when you do that and when your messages are so hateful, or when you demonize people.
It stunned me, and especially when we're talking about, we have to tone down the violence. And I mean, I was kind of freaked out by what I saw, because this was more. But I mean, people are asking, are we going to see more celebrities and reality stars like Pratt getting into politics? If they know what they're doing.
You know, when you see these people, you see hypocrisy. Yesterday, these same people were saying all celebrities should involve in politics. But if you are in favor of them and the Democrat Party, you have right to be in politics. Suddenly, they are questioning celebrities involving into politics because they don't have knowledge. They don't understand a lot of things. This is what they are now saying about Spencer. Spencer Pratt is not knowledgeable about politics. But the view was encouraging a few days ago, like all celebrities should be able to speak out, should be able to involve in politics. If you want to do arguments with these people every single day, you will get tired because they bring things at the end of the day, they themselves debunk it.
We had him here. I think he's compassionate. I think he has an interesting story to tell because I talked to my sister lives in Los Angeles. People were devastated by the wildfires and they're frustrated with their leadership. And I applaud anyone getting their hat in the ring. There is a path for Spencer. I'd say it's still uphill just based on the voter registration of Los Angeles. But here's my thing. And he said this. I thought this was interesting. I do not represent a party. I don't have a campaign manager. I don't have campaign consultants. There is no political party backing me. I'm all for the viral approach if it's pushing forward a message and solutions for the people. People think, to Sarah's point, there's endorsements that aren't taking place. The nature of it, I was shocked to see so many people applauding it. I was like, this is the lowest hanging fruit. We're throwing tomatoes at like Democratic politicians we don't like do a little better. So something I think that we've learned is I believe there's a path he could get elected, but getting elected is the easy part of the job. Governing 3 million people
you have to
in
know
Los Angeles.
what you're doing.
You know, when this thing started, Karimba was leading to a level everybody knew this guy can't even meet up. 2 days ago, Fox News released a poll, and I've seen other polls. This man is just trailing behind this lady by a single digit. And this has actually triggered a lot of these people to wake up. If you see them now coming out trying to do smear campaigns, TMZ doing this, The View doing this, they are panicking because they have seen that a lot of people are actually getting the message that this man is part on social media. His arts are not some kind of old method art, real things. He goes around, take videos of places. That should not be happening. At some point, now Karimba sitting here telling us that this is, sending people after her is something she should not be saying. And I'm not surprised to see The View coming up to tell you, this, that. They never expected that he will reach this level.
Right. I don't know anything about politics. I have no idea. I mean, and the stuff that I believe about it, I don't want to force it down somebody else's throat.
I don't think that every celebrity needs to scream from the mountaintop what their thoughts are, because I'd much rather see them march door to door and recruit people voting in your local government.
Use your platform.
See, and the only people applauding them, though, are people that agree with them.
I actually do think you have an obligation. I think we are at a crisis point in this country. I think democracy is participatory. I think when you have a platform, that means you have an outsized voice. And when
these people consider Spencer to be a celebrity, according to them, he's not knowledgeable enough to be in politics. He should not talk about politics. But at the same time, they were here the other day encouraging these people to involve in politics. They should speak up. I think I'm going to end here. As of the short clips you see at the end, that is for white algorithm. You can always skip.
Well, Spencer has been very outspoken about this.
There are people in this.
The sight of this man's
extra seats, they need to redistrict.
Because before in the narrative in the media, this song.
And this does not represent the black community.
It's illegal to live on the sidewalk.
Right. Spencer Pratt, who's running for
inside, they started.
It'll be more access to the leader of the free world.
This week, which was the state of Virginia, they gerrymandered the state. And I have to sound like a 5-year-old, but Trump started it.
The win in yesterday's redistricting. It's going to lose their congressional representation. How do you think?
until the First Lady brought them back with her surprise statement last week.
How does this benefit?
I'm an actor.
I'm an actor.
Creative content.
Why are you not looking forward to the White House fight?
Well, it's kind of a gimmick.
I have 300.
Well, I said Democratic Socialist.
I know, but
Also, I have to say,
saying these things,
And he didn't agree to it either.
and he didn't agree to his likeness being used.